Hello, Ninja Clan. It is I, Ken Levitsky, aka Shridon, and I am here with all the news geeky from the past week. Now, before I get over into the geeky news, let me just say that Halloween Fest 3 at hidefninja was a pretty great success, and we had lots of cool things happening. There was giveaways, and there was articles, and there was reviews, and I want to know what you guys thought. Did you enjoy it? And while we're at it, what Halloween movies did you watch over the season? Okay, now with that out of the way, let's get to that geeky stuff that you came here for. Warner Brothers has confirmed that the runtime of Justice League will be 121 minutes, making it the shortest DC Extended Universe film to date. Now, you would think with all the big stuff going on, it'd be one of the longest, but apparently it's not going to be. One can only assume that Joss Whedon came in and started chopping away. And while I love Zack Snyder as a director and a writer, let's be honest here, Batman vs. Superman was a little overloaded with stuff that you didn't really need. So, Justice League, just over 2 hours, should be a pretty good runtime. Kathleen Kennedy has teased that there will be at least another 10 years worth of Star Wars movies every year. She said that her and the team are sitting down right now to discuss where all the characters are going to go after Episode 9. She specifically mentioned Rey, Finn, Poe, and BB-8. So we'll see what happens. 10 years of Star Wars movies. Are the possibilities as endless as she says they are? Former Wolverine actor Hugh Jackman has talked about recasting the character. He says that he knows that it will eventually get recast and that he's hoping that it will eventually get recast because he was actually a recast for Dougray Scott. Now, for those that don't know, Dougray Scott was originally going to be Wolverine in X-Men 1, but he had to back out due to problems with Mission Impossible 2 in the filming. He talked about how he met up with Dougray earlier on and said that he was very sorry about the whole situation. He said Dougray was very classy about the whole thing and wished Hugh all the luck. And 17 years later, and 10 X-Men films? I think Hugh Jackman did a great job as Wolverine. He mentioned that great characters outlive the actors that play him, talking about Bond and Batman and Superman. So we'll see where it all goes. Do you want to see Wolverine recast anytime soon? Or would you like to see X-23 somehow move back into the present time or wherever the current location is of the X-Men universe? Because that's what I would personally like to see. I want to see Cable bring her from the future. And I want to see her alongside the X-Force team of Deadpool, Cable, Domino, and whoever else they choose. Brie Larson's Captain Marvel movie will apparently go right into the last Avengers film. Now, this is a little bit confusing because Captain Marvel takes place during the 90s where she's fighting Skrulls. So now one can only assume that we're going to see some Skrulls in the final Avengers film. This leads me to believe that Thanos may not be the final MCU villain in Phase 3. Jamie Alexander recently talked about why you won't see Lady Sif in Thor Ragnarok, and it's kind of upsetting because I loved her character. But the whole thing is just due to scheduling conflicts with her TV show Blind Spot. Of course, replacing her is Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie, so it might all work out in the long run, but I did love her character and I loved her chemistry with Thor, and I wanted to see a little bit more. Hopefully she pops up in the last Avengers films. Chuck actor Zachary Levi, or Levy, it's either Levi or Levy, anyway, he is going to play Shazam! He's going to be the lead actor in the Shazam film from DC. Now, I don't really know if they're going to call him Captain Marvel or not, or if they're going to go with Shazam in the film, but the title is Shazam, so one can assume they're going to call him Shazam, because Shazam, coming out the same year as Captain Marvel, with 2 Captain Marvels, would just be a huge cluster. Beep! I really want to swear. Can I swear? I better not swear. Shazam, directed by David F. Sandberg, a horror director, believe it or not, the guy that made Lights Out in the last Annabelle film, hits theaters April 5th, 2019. Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Richard Donner want you to know that they ain't too old for this shit. Discussions for Lethal Weapon 5 have kicked in. Now, I have wanted a Lethal Weapon 5 for years and years and years, even though Lethal Weapon 4 did have a beautiful end to the series. I mean, you love the characters so much, you wanted to see Lethal Weapon 5. However, with Richard Donner in his 80s, and Danny Glover in his 70s, and Mel Gibson and probably in his 60s, are these guys really still capable of pulling this off? If they are, I'm assuming we'll see lethal wheelchairs real soon, and if they're not, well, there's that TV show that nobody watches. Morgan Creek has announced that they're going to reboot some of their favorite franchises, including Major League, Young Guns, and Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura without Jim Carrey. Ace Ventura without Jim Carrey. I'm done here. I'm moving on. Stranger Things executive producer Sean Levi, or Levy, again, it's Levi or Levy. Why does everyone have the same last name today? I don't know. But anyways, he is going to be producing a new haunted house television series. The show will be called Epiphany, and he says it's a mix of Stanley Kubrick and Agatha Christie. So I'm guessing lots of mystery, lots of weirdness, and I'm down with it. Netflix announced that The Punisher will be hitting their streaming service on November 17th, which funny enough is the same day that Justice League hits theaters. So, what are you watching that Friday? Personally, for me, if all goes according to plan, I'm hoping to watch Justice League on the Thursday, watch Punisher on the Friday, and then just dream about all two on the Saturday and the Sunday. Legendary Comics has announced Pacific Rim Aftermath, a prequel to their new film Pacific Rim Uprising. This will probably better explain how Pacific Rim 1 and the new Pacific Rim connect. How it went from one really dark Guillermo del Toro directed film into this Power Rangers kitty ripoff thing that they got going on right now. In the sun, all happy, and hiya! I'm a Jaeger! I'm going to kick your butt! Hey look, it's John Boyega! Hi John Boyega! Hello! Issue number 1 of Pacific Rim Aftermath will hit stores January 2018. For those that care, Konami has announced a release date for Metal Gear Survive. Metal Gear Survive is essentially DLC for Metal Gear 5, but at the full price of a regular game. In the game, you play as no characters you recognize, and you fight zombies. So really, it's nothing like Metal Gear, but it's called Metal Gear Survive, and that will be coming out February 20th, 2018 to North America, February 22nd to everywhere else, or you can just wait a year and buy it for $19.99 from the discount bin at your local Walmart. Nintendo has Animal Crossing Pocket Camp coming to mobile services in November. It'll be available for free download on iOS and Android. Essentially, you're just going to be doing the regular Animal Crossing thing, but in a little camp on your mobile phone and connecting with your buddies. It sounds pretty fun, actually, because I love Animal Crossing. It's probably one of my favorite games on the GameCube. I'm probably going to download it. It's free. Why wouldn't you download it? And if you think that's too kiddie for this awesome man right here, screw you! Don't judge me! I like Animal Crossing. What I don't like is stepping on Legos. And that leads me into the next thing. Lego Dimensions. Axed. Cancelled. Warner Brothers, TT Games, and Lego have announced that they're no longer going to continue with Lego Dimensions. So you won't be seeing your store's video game section all cluttered with those toys anymore. They are going to provide ongoing servers going forward and customer support, but there will be no more packs released in stores. Year 2 was it. Year 3, dead. Dead. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap up today because, believe it or not, I'm going to MondoCon this weekend. And I don't know when this is going to actually go live, if it's going to go live after MondoCon or before MondoCon. However, if you do watch this before MondoCon, come on down to Austin, Texas. The HDM booth will be there. MondoCon. Come on by the booth, meet me, try it on. Rec will be there. AP Smith 21, Bloodsnake 007, MLLNY. We're all hanging around that weekend. There's going to be a bunch of other guys kicking around there too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. So if you are in the Austin, Texas area, you should definitely come on by. There are lots of exclusives, including hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rare Steelbooks. hidefninja at MondoCon 2017, our 3rd year there. I'm pumped. Everyone else is pumped. You should be pumped. All right, everyone, I'm Tried On. I'm Ken Levitsky. That has been the GeekCap for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay geeky. We'll talk soon. Huh? Yeah. All right.